Old Charlian, new to you. Alright, so I can just hold on to these coppers and sell them or something. I think they're untradeable, but they're market prohibited. Never mind. Okay, Krell sweeps the scions with a speculative look. This music is very, like, tropical for some reason. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Firemac and Estinian's first time in Charlian, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you may all have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you settle in, we can reconvene at the Baldesion Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Livior estate as such, but I should like to nose in the around neighborhood all the same. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. What about you, Uranjay? I, too, have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith, by thy leave. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. Is she like hitting on him? That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. But I could... Oh... Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course! If you will have me. Come, Firemac, Charlian awaits! Yes. Da-dee-dee-do. Wow, 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 wow. After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow your lead. Graha has now accompanied you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. Excuse me, what? You can leave Grahatia behind by entering a different area using the Ethernet, or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Grahatia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Grahatia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Grahatia is accompanying you, next try speaking Kryle. Oh. Okay. All set. Then let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Kryle is now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Kryle at the designated location. While you are accompanying, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Okay. Enter the glowing areas and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Oh, well, this is different. Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, this is like a freaking actual RPG now. Oh my god, this is amazing. I love this. Okay. Okay, so how do I initiate the conversation? Just talk to you guys. Discuss the storage facility. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any task which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials, after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charlotte the same way it is in Eorzea. Discuss the storage facility. This place is called the Peristyle. This place is called the Peristyle. It is the first stop of cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Sarlin's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. That was amazing. So, is there more of these little tiny locations? So far, no. Hello, Zoe. Cat's all clawing me on the side here. You guys can't see it, but it's happening. Oh, look at it. Oh, we're a party. We're a party. Ah, this is also awesome. Boga. Boga? What's Boga? I don't feel like reading it. I really don't feel like reading it. At least not out loud. So we got over here. Babeth Ironheart. Oh, Ironheart. We know that last name, don't we? Gazing upon the ocean like this sets my adventurous spirit ablaze. Myriad wonders are simply waiting to be discovered. Why not venture forth and find them? I feel like you're gonna give me a side quest at some point. Can I go in here? Nope. This tropical music is not what I was expecting for Charlotte, to be honest with you. Oh, Zoe. Hold on. Careful this cat doesn't hit anything I don't want her to hit. You might be able to see the cat soon. You're not used to the cord being right there, huh? You guys can see her tail. If I select you, you'll take me to Limsa Lominsa, aren't you? That ship you see before you will say Limsa Lominsa. If you're so inclined, that is. Thinking of hopping aboard? No. But thank you. Yeah, I'm having so much fun. I'm just happy to be in new content, man. I love new content. Don't you guys love new content? New content's awesome. And while I'm here, why don't we check up on my retainers, everybody? Check out my retainers. Cool reassign. Yep. Did anything I might sell? A little bit did. Nothing sold on you. But I think I got a fish I could sell. Let's get rid of that. Return, sell it. Northern Pike. Oh, that is not expensive at all, so I'll sell it for cheap. Well, so we did that. Wow, somebody already finished the patch. You see anyone walking around the freaking Endwalker title, that means they beat it. I'm pretty sure. So I think that's how it worked with Shadowbringers. Oh yeah, there's multiple Endwalkers already. And people are too fast. Can I untune already? Yeah, let's untune. Scholar's Harbor. That wasn't on the map. Oh yeah, alright, let's talk. discuss the giant statue in the harbor. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget, the great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldesion, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Hal, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar, which stands at the end. As you know, the Charlian people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more of a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Iscardians. Individual Charlians can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. So I noticed there's a normal talk option. I'm grateful to have parallels for putting myself in this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it all the new eyes as you are. Come, let us head to the cafe. We may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. Oh, dude, so I really gotta explore. I want to find all these discussion things. But that looks like important though. Well, I wonder if there's a jumping puzzle around here. There probably is. Probably have to get up there somehow. I think I might see it already. No? I feel like this would be something I could jump up, like go up there, and up there, and up there, but I guess not. See, I could go to the thing it wants me to go to, or I could just ignore it and just keep going forward. Because that's what my instincts say as a gamer. It's a gamer! Oh, this guitar's real nice. Oh crap. Whoops. I thought I was already done. This definitely kind of feels like Idleshire a bit. And because that was Charlian in its past. Well, apparently this is a place with a lot of cutscenes. Look at all these cutscenes around here. What's this music? Oh, I feel like I recognize this tune so much. Oh, it's killing me. I feel like I should recognize that music. I'll try to figure out later. There's a lot to explore here. I feel like there's not going to be any random conversation areas. Like I feel like the game's not going to do that. That they're just going to have a really way out there conversation zone that you're never going to see. And have a good chance of missing forever. Without doing New Game Plus. Actually, you know, they might. Just New Game Plus is a thing. And this is the Studium. So, yeah, okay. I'm feeling good. I'm not seeing any sightseeing logs, but I might have to unlock it first, now that I think about it. I think I had to do that before. This guitar is amazing, oh yeah. I love this guitar, oh yes. Give me that sweet guitar, oh yeah. Oh, I got. Oh, this music's awesome. Okay, I think I just need to do those two, and I got them all. It's like I never left the Iranian hinterlands. Oh, this is the Livior estate. Definitely something happens here because look at all these cutscene watchers. I mean, of course something would happen there regardless. I mean, come on. It'd be weird if nothing had happened. So that's where they lived. Oh, this is definitely the most JRPG this game has ever felt. Just the fact that they're following me around and got freaking conversations. Those are basically like the skits from Tales, aren't they? It's kind of like in the same, almost, but not really. But it's like akin to that. Why am I stopping? You have attuned yourself to all the Aetheryte shards in Old Charlian. Yay! Yay, we did it! Alright, let's go back to the delivery Moogle. Not the delivery Moogle. What is that place called? The Scholar's Harbor. Oh yeah, let's continue the quest, everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot doing that makes people go away. Come, my lady, come. Alright. I'm also getting Final Fantasy 15 vibes. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlian tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Notice they suck. They don't know how to cook. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. And encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value at first, and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings in building a proper eatery. Good on that guy. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlian, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle otherwise of mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the most impressive items on the menu. Not that I have ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Charlian when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. Surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. I probably should have just done the quest, guys, instead of just going off on my own. Because now I think we're just going to get the whole tour. And find other conversation nodes. And yeah, I'm not seeing any other conversation nodes. I feel like they could improve the conversation thing if they did have nodes. I mean, unless they wanted us to really just figure them out on our own, but I feel like there's probably gonna be some points where we're just gonna miss some because we don't realize it's there. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it's perfectly a functioning aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Charlian stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. Woo! In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Australia's largest marketplace. Hey, conversation node. No, not trying to emote you. I'm just trying to talk to you. Discuss the Confluence. Speaking of aetherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I intended to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mr. Satoru informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties. But I find old habits hard to break. That, and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. Hint, hint, right? Woo, 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 woo! Aha! Found another conversation node. Thought you could hide from me, huh? The book's still... Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment. How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Perhaps I'll return here later then. These little open-air bookstalls are so uniquely Charlian. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. That's where you want me to go. Gemstone trader, material supplier, material vendor, material melder. Oh yeah, this is the place to be, huh? Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Charlian, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, and then climb the stairs to that imposing building at the very top. Oh, you want me to go where? Oh, there? Okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. This is a conversation, oh, discuss the water features. These little decorative features are typical Charlene architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of El were rather simple and rustic by comparison. Rustic? This is the Nymphaeum? The Nymphaeum? Nymphaeum. This is a Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Shellian, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine Ewer. Ewer? Or Ewer. It might be Ewer. Ewer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. There's a triple triad person there. Ba-da-dee-dum-dum-dee-dum. Archon's design, baby. Archon's design. This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in my mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlian. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. A community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fitting named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't mind me just doing a little extra exploring. Whee! I don't go down those stairs, I go upstairs. Okay, there's no note over there. Alright. We've arrived at Journey's End. How history tells us that this was where those who put ashore the Archon Numkref built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlene families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Livioa. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Charlene tour to a close. I hope it's proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to Baldesian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct! After you, Firemac. I can't just teleport there. I have to... They have to be with me. That's slightly annoying. Oh hey, conversation note. Right, we cross the bridge here. As I recall, stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheryte Plaza. Charlene is full of educational and research institutions. There are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. Oh, I just want to double check there's nothing else around here. Conversation node-wise. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. So burpy today. Oh. Oh. Also, props to you guys if you're still watching. Whoa. Hello? Graha, what you doing up there, buddy? Ah, the good old Agnes. I used to bunk there whenever I had business in the city proper. Like the time I came to submit the thesis for my Archon qualification. Yeah. Graha does not know that he's floating. That's cool. What I was trying to say is, like, if you guys have been watching me still... Oh, he's back down. Good on him. Right, that really messed me up. My mind's blanking. If you've been watching me and you've been sitting through all the birds, I thank you for your tolerance. Because there's going to be many more burps. And I swear I'm only doing it to clear out the air, because I feel like there's some air stuck right here. So why couldn't I just go through the plaza? I feel like I could have just done that. Ah, the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you this is the Baldesian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then? Oh! Is this Final Fantasy V music? Like, obviously remixed. But I think that's what this is. Alright, anyway. I'm back, and I've brought Firemac and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship. Hello, Raha. It's nice to see you again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the guy from Eureka. So I don't know why they're question marking him. Or if not, he looks a lot like him. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Firemac. I've heard many tale of your exploits. You've heard, but we've met in Eureka. It is the same guy. Ojika Sunjika? Ojika Sonjika? It has been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika. I guess because I haven't finished Eureka, that he doesn't recognize me. Ugh, that's gonna bug me now. In fact, I might actually stop the MSQ just to finish Eureka now. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, Administrator, Office for the Students of Baldesion. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin Ijika. Oh, they're not the same person. They're not the same person. Well, my bad. Okay, so I'll discard everything I just said. I was wrong. Oh yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. It's got dialogue so it knows that I'm not done with Eureka. This place is like a second home to the students. The Isle of Val served as our headquarters, our main headquarters. Of course, but we had often the occasion to visit Charlian. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engage in such activities. Discord notification. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. Ooh. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure that the Telophoroi fail. Or fall. We should say fall or fail. Fall. I told you guys, many more burps are coming. Oh god. I might try to edit out some of them, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Through that door on the left there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron. Please, feel free to make yourselves at home. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we'd slip into the Andon just to steal a few winks. And thus became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Well, considering there's no side quest at the moment, I think I will continue along. Speak of crown. In the main hall. Graha, buddy! Do you have the papers posted on the walls in your room? So it's not unusual for occupants to pin up notes or documents and such. Don't forget to take them wherever they went on their merry way. Sometimes it was quite deliberate, though. You might see complaints addressed to other members, or a thank you card for the engrossing literature someone left behind. Beloved traditions that I should know better than to dwell upon. If we're to create a future for the students of Baldesian, and so many others, we must look to the days ahead. What we got here? It's the Mughals. Oh, it's the story for good King Mogul Mog the 12th, for his soul be forever remembered. Does it actually say it there? I don't feel like trying to read that. Freaking Final Fantasy 14 text takes too long. And there's Orthard and all that stuff there. We got elegant stuff. The cube, a cube. That's near the Crystal Tower. That's Az's Law. That what is that? Don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's something. And that looks like the Crystal Tower, but it doesn't. But it's not the Crystal Tower. What is that? Oh, we got the full world map here. There's Radzahan right there. Now I really want to see what the heck is under all those clouds. Are we never gonna find that out? The Gordon Undo? I like how there's clearly some lower res pictures on top of this. There's Eorzea in all its glory. Old Charlene and Garlemald. Where's Fafnir? So then we're going to Fafnir. What is that? That might be Dalmasca? I don't know. Alright, well that's enough of that. That's Garuda. Hold on, I'm still looking at pictures. What is that? I don't know what that is. Alright, enough fooling around. Let's continue the story. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay in here and wait for them to join us.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
Were you?
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Are we? Are we all here?
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
Conservatives, huh?
And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
This seems a little...
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Interesting, but sorry, I just wanted to comment on how close that sounds to America. The conservative talk and all that. Oh, hello, Valentina. I'm streaming, girl.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Recalcitrance. That's a word I've never heard of.
Fortunate's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
Nidana. Okay.
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
No, Valentina. She's going against the mic, guys. I don't know if I should. You really. Here, hold on. She's gonna mess things up. She's gonna go up against the mic.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
Alchemists, you say?
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. It is possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
Are they like Full Metal
They
Alchemists?
do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Of course. Yeah, this is the usual choose one or two paths at the beginning of an expansion. They always do this.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us. anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course! The more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Nice. The boys.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Old Charlian, new to you. Oh, wow. I'm gonna hold on to those coffers, because I might give it to Reaper and them. We'll see. So, Crowl or Thancred, Crowl or Thancred, Crowl or Thancred, Crowl or Thancred. Since I feel like Thancred's will be the more interesting one, I'm gonna go with Crowl first. Hitting the books. I'm gonna hit them books, brah. Crowl is intent on uncovering the reason behind the Forum's inexplicable behavior. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine an underlying cause of the Forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, that questioning the causers directly is a fruitless endeavor. They shall seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusting pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Numenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find archives to the western edge of the woods. Woo! Wait, can I exit both immediately? Unlike how it's been for New Game Plus. For Thavner bound. What is that? Amra Lassi. It's a meal. I have Krell's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavner before, I can travel by Aetheryte. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Krell was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of good old folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. Woo! Woo! The confluence, thou sayest. What's wrong with the confluence? I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered owing to the knowledge of our comrade Brita. To whose sanctuary we delivered the... Brita was an authority on aetherology. A field study she didn't embark upon the pursuit of her parents' example. Oh, her parents are there. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't gone to see them yet? Nay. I intended to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them, after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kaite. Or Kitte. I think it's Kitte. Kitte. Or it could just be Kit. Oh, it feels good to actually accept multiple quests at once. Oh god. Oh god. Ah. Oh my god, look at all these quests that have popped up. I'm sorry, everyone. The completionist in me says I must do them all. All of them. I must do all the quests. Let's go for Mr. Blue Quest. Diminutive Gleaner. The hunt for specimens. A diminutive gleaner is on the lookout for an able-bodied adventurer. Yeah, that's me. Do my eyes deceive me, or are you Firemac Summers? Yeah, that's me. What's up? Well, as I live and breathe, it is you! Ha! I knew I'd be the first to track you down. Who's the guild ship's top hunter now, eh? Wait, you've heard of the guild ship hunts, yes? They're not so different from the hunts you're familiar with in Eorzea. As I understand, I'd wager they're rather more challenging. But an adventurer of your caliber should never turn down a challenge, would you? No, you would not. Pray speak with Northota at the Peristyle to register your interest at your earliest convenience. Oh, this is the new hunts. Da-da-dee-doo. Why is that quest red? I don't know. Do you guys want me to include this other stuff in here? I don't know. Should I just stick to story? Hi, I'm North Thorta. Have you come to a place a bounty onto an unruly beast? By the scholar, you're Firemac! I was half convinced I'd set the others on an impossible task, asking to find you. The Gunner's Guild ship has begun posting hunt bills, you see, in the hopes that the capable individuals will take up arms to lighten our ever-increasing load. Unfortunately, capable individuals remain the sticking point. Few hailing from our fair polis are willing to take up arms, let alone able to stand against the more fearsome specimens. You, however, have the experience and grit that we need. When I heard that you had arrived on our shores, it was music to my ears. You needn't work for free, of course. We've done our research, and the rewards we offer are as fine as any you'll find abroad. The currency we employ is a relic of times when Gleaner was a great deal less figurative. So you may find it somewhat eccentric, but it's as good as Gil here. Speaking of eccentric, it should be noted that the majority of our clients are scholars. You probably won't have heard of half of the creatures they send you after, but I find it's best not to worry about that over much. Slay beats, please collect samples and try not to think about the long-term effects of touching said samples, and get paid. Simple, no? That being said, I wouldn't dream of throwing you in the deep end just yet. Let's just have you start off with the junior marks so you can get your feet wet. Guild ship hunts now accessible. Sweet. You're now permitted to take bills of junior marks from guild ship hunt boards at Old Charlian and Rods at Han. Defeat the monsters described on the bills and you will be rewarded with tokens that can be exchanged for exclusive items. To exchange tokens for exclusive items, we'll speak with Yalakshai in Old Charlian or Wilmetta at Rods at Han. That name sounds familiar. New quests and associate marks will become available in North Dota and Old Charlian upon reaching level 83.